Vato Perro with another Spider-Man Marvel Legends Infinite Series review on the Deadliest foes, the Beetle. Here he is in package, standard for the comic book related figures with Spider-Man at the top and Marvel Legends Deadliest foes at the bottom. The side's a regular picture of a comic book Spidey swinging from the side. On the back we just get Beetle and his running chains boomerang, which we are getting. And on the description it says, unable to defeat Spider-Man alone, the most fiendish villains unite to battle the wall crawler. And we do get the rest of the figures in the line. Oh, still haven't found that black cat. Oh well, so let's take a quick look at the Beetle. Here we have the ultimate Beetle and give you an up and down shot of him. Looks really nice, a lot of new detail. And I do think he's just like the Electro. He's been given the same treatment of having the Bucky Cap mold, but just added with a bunch of new sculpt, to where it looks like it's brand new, but the essential actual major body mold is Bucky Cap most likely, but it still looks really good. The one accessory you do get with him are his wings, which are really nice. They're pegged on to where his shield would be, and everybody just likes the paint on this because it has that transition from a light green to yellow across the wings, and you can see just a red peg right there. But it does have silver on the back as just rest of the figure, and some really shiny red, which just remind a lot of people from the Iron Man 3 wave with a lot of the shiny red paint. Speaking of that, the figure does share, as I said, a lot of red shiny paint, but to the packaging, it has a look that is a bit more darker red, almost to a violet color, which is not present on this figure. As I said, it's just a much brighter red, but I'm not really gonna complain about that because it still looks like Beetle. So it looks really good. So as far as the detail goes, he looks just like he did in the Ultimate Spider-Man video game, and as well as animated series going on right now for Ultimate Spider-Man as well. Mine is that version has green eyes instead of yellow. But to be honest, just a little story. My first introduction to Beetle was during the Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro game. We had a brief cameo in a train sequence when Spider-Man discovers him inside of a train cart, and he leaves some evidence towards like some type of wedding or something. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can probably look it up on YouTube. You can probably find them there, but you don't actually fight them. But anyway, this figure still looks really good. The head sculpt, the helmet probably looks too big for some people, but it looks really good. It looks like some type of breather or something. Probably some fangs on the bottom of his jaw. Looks really nice. The eyes have like this double bubbly thing on the bottom of it, and these huge yellow eyes. Look really cool. And then he has these horns at the top of his head, which are rubber piece, but they're kind of hard, so they won't break off. A very circular head, kind of all smooth until it gets to the back where it ends kind of like at a point. The wings look really cool, as I already mentioned. They have kind of these two balls sticking out. I don't know what to call those. And then the arms also have the same thing where they have these little bumps or whatever you want to call them going down, just a silver on the arm. And then we get to his blasters, which are painted in the inside with a yellow, which kind of doesn't work. I mean, yeah, it looks good, but then you can kind of see some of the red bleeding through in there, but just some minor dots you can probably notice when looking at the figure. Then we get to his abdomen section, which looks really nice. The side of it is just red with some red, not red, but sculpted in lines to make it look like an armored suit, as well as entire arms and legs are. And goes down to his belt, also has those studs as well, or those bumps. We get down to his legs, will have a lot of really nice armor, and I didn't notice, well, I didn't mention, but his arms are open, kind of like he wants to grab something, but I guess it counts as a fist, kind of. A lot of more bumps on the legs. Really nice. His caps are all nicely detailed, and has really big feet, which apparently help him with standing a lot. He only has 2 toes, so it looks really nice. So for Beetle's articulation, it is the same as the Bucky Cap, which I've mentioned a lot of times. Head goes up really far for flight poses, arms go out, forward, bicep, double jointed elbow, his wrist, he goes side to side, ab crunch decently, back kind of if you want to take off the wings for better flight poses, waist, the T-jointed legs to go forward, out, thigh swivel, double jointed elbows, and ankles move up and down, and ankle pivot as well, but no calf rotation. Still really awesome. You can get him into a lot of really cool flying attack poses. So the Ultimate Beetle does stand at 6 1/4 inches tall, and then to the top of his horns is about 6 1/2 inches, or a standard size Marvel Legend. Here is next to the same line from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man, and then here is to the 616 Beetle, which is just much bigger and thicker figure, and it kind of surprises me how he's not even a Build-A-Figure back then. You know, you would just get normal huge figures for a regular price. But anyway, this Beetle is pretty awesome. I guess some people would believe that this was just released to go along with the, it's called like an advertisement for the show. But I'm not gonna complain. Actually, it is pretty good. Some people might want to skip on it. I'd rather go for the boomerang, which will be the running change. It looks like we are getting. Kind of excited for that if I can get it or decide to. But I would have to give this Beetle an 8. He's not bad, but he's no, he's basic. He's pretty good, well sculpted and everything. Just not my top figure, but another good villain to add to my rogues gallery. As far as him being from the ultimate version or the universe, it doesn't bother me. I probably will have to feature him in some stop motion at some points because he actually is pretty good. And yeah, this has been my review, and Gato was not here this time, but hope you enjoyed it anyway. This has been Gato Perro. Please stay tuned for more reviews and stop motions.